It is Sunday night, which means that tomorrow is Monday because that is how calendars work. Shocking, I know. Although I start the week on Sunday, my partner starts the week on Monday because she says that that is the proper way that the week should start. I think it's a cultural thing. Either which way, any hoozles. This week is going to be more of a focus on my physical health, which includes breakfast, lunch, dinner. I have McAllister's for dinner tonight because I have not gone shopping yet. I will do that tomorrow when I get home from work and before I go to the gym. That is the plan. I will be sticking to this plan. For this evening, though, I'm going to eat my potato and have some sweet tea, second best sweet tea in the United States South, in my personal opinion, the best being the one that I make myself. But I do not have time. That's a lie. I could make time. I do not want to make the time. There is a difference. So I'm going to do probably a full everything shower. I did go to the gym today just to do yoga. Ooh, my alarm is going off. I think that's my nap time alarm. I skipped a nap. I don't nap every day, but sometimes you just need it. Anyways, I'm going to do a good shower, so hair, body, everything. My curls are kind of deflating, which is to be expected. It is hot, and I've been keeping it in a very tight braid and bun pretty much all day, all weekend, actually, now that I think about it. So that is Sunday. Tomorrow I have office work, and I will take y'all along with me for this week of physical health. We're gonna get physical. Da, 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 da. I actually don't know if I'd get copyright for that. Da, da, da. Either way, let's do it. It is Monday night, and I am about to go into my gym for a hot yoga class. Closer to a sculpt class, probably. In terms of like what we do, I'm gonna track it and I'll see if I can remember to put like statistics or something in the video whenever I finalize everything. But Monday, needed a nap, didn't take a nap, needed it real bad. So we're gonna do our best, go home, shower, all of those things. But here we go. That was good. That was really good. We'll put statistics here. I'm gonna go chug more water and then, since when was I wearing makeup? I'm gonna go chug water and then go sleep. Happy Monday. You want to help me build a table? He's going to be so helpful. He's probably not actually going to be very helpful, but he's going to try really hard to be super helpful. Aren't you? He is so helpful. He's so helpful. I am off to go do a kind of a conditioning practice free and evening at the pole studio. I'm counting that as one of my workouts for the week, and that should put me at 4 this week total. 5 if you count building a new furniture, which I mean I kind of do because it's building furniture, but neither here nor there. So I'm going to go off and do an evening of just like kind of having fun. We'll see what my heart monitor ends up saying about like what the workout was. The sculpt class was fantastic as always. This might be the first day that it's less than 105 where I'm at. So coming out of the hot sculpt class didn't feel like just staying in the sculpt class, which is fantastic. But I gotta go eat second breakfast now, and then I have date night. So we love a good structured Saturday. I'm about to go to my fourth workout of the week. It is the pole class, and I'm pretty excited. I'm hoping that it's a better day today than it was yesterday because it's a little bit cooler. So hopefully the pole's not sweating as much, because that's been an issue the last couple of weeks. Is I can climb and then I just slide because I'm either incredibly sweaty, which is to be expected, or the pole is slick, or a little bit of a combination of both. So we're going to go do our fourth workout, and that's going to round out my week, actually. I think I've done a better job this week, but I will have statistics from each of my workouts at the end of the week, and I'll do a little bit of a review tomorrow after I've had time to look over everything and see if I reached the goals that I set for myself this week. That was a substantially better pole class that I did today than what I did yesterday. Although I will see if I can insert some of my beautiful fails from yesterday, because I accidentally did a backflip yesterday, and I can't do those. I cannot do those, but I was trying something and I was really excited to try something new, and I'm very proud of myself for trying. But regardless, I was actually gripping today. I was able to get into an invert fairly easily. Today was so much better. But that does conclude the week of physical health. And I'm going to go through, check my statistics, see how that looks, and if I reached the goals that I was wanting to, that I had in mind. I know that I did go enough times, but I really want to look at what was my workout like, and then I kind of want to reflect on what my mental state was while I was doing those workouts. I know that I said that I was going to focus more on the physical aspect, but the mental aspect definitely has an impact on what you're doing physically. So I'm going to do that, evaluate, and then I'll be back with the summary of the week. I definitely reached my goals this week. I worked out 4 times, had a minimum of 2 meals every day, cooked most of the days, got a new recipe for some brioche that's stuffed with jam. So it's pre-jammed bread, which exciting. I'm actually about to make some cinnamon rolls with the recipe just to mess around with it a little bit. But so for the week, I did 2 hot yoga classes and 2 pole studio nights for a total of about 4 hours, which more than exceeds the goal that I'd set forward for myself. And then if you include building furniture, which I do, just because it took me 2 hours to build that stupid table. And then I had to go to my parents to get a drill to finish it out. So I built the table by hand for 2 hours, and that's a lot of work. But I would call that a fairly successful week. I'm pretty happy with it. On average, my heart rate stayed between about 120 and 140 throughout each of the workouts, which for me personally is pretty good. So yeah, this week I'm going to call it a 4 out of 5. I would like to have eaten a little bit healthier, but each step is a step in the right direction. And I think next week I'm not going to worry about physical health next week, because I have field work, and that inherently is incredibly physical. So I think next week I'm going to focus a little bit more on the mental, spiritual part of trying to improve myself, and we'll see how that goes, because I do know that I will be incredibly tired, and I will likely not want to do anything whenever I get home from work. So it's going to be even mental work. So it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge, I think, because I was going into this week already having I go to the gym twice a week. So increasing that wasn't overly difficult, which I think is why it was such a good starting place. So we'll see how next week goes. But right now, I'm actually really happy with how this week turned out. And that'll be my cinnamon rolls. So see y'all next week.